But if you grab hold of that, perhaps I won't hit it at all hard. Not like mine anyway.
I was just trying to make him see
Yeah,
it. I know I would have failed it.
I know, yeah, that's
Yeah. Be careful. It's all I'm saying is just, as opposed to powering it in, standing like that and just go like that. That's just pushing it back, isn't it? Right? Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
What I mean, get it right.
Is he told them?
It's this from there, just that.
Yeah.
Right, and all I want to do is that.
Can you feel that inside the body, Cole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more kind of inside there, but I know what.
Yeah, well,
So,
that-
if you,
yeah.
so again, if I,
Let me hold it this way so my elbow's not sticking.
right, okay. So as opposed to powering it through, just practice. Obviously, it'd be better higher. Right, it's there.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it
I
starts.
know what you mean, yeah.
So there, I'm just.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of.
Do you do the same with your hooking punch as well?
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, because what I won't do it, but what I'm trying to do is when I punch, right, if I slow it down and showing off,
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But really, what I want to try and do is just go boom and sort of just get it into there.
Yeah.
And I want to.
So like you're trying to tear a chunk out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of squishing it, you're trying to like
Didn't-
rip a piece.
Do you know
Are you more or less entering and straight out again? Or,
well, I'm cutting.
Yeah.
See,
You've got the follow through,
but it's cut. What I'm
but-
trying to do is, it's like it's again a bit geeky.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to do is like I'm trying to hit
Yeah.
with my knuckles
Yeah.
and have a sort of a, like an impact. It's two ways. It's
Yeah.
like slapping water,
Yeah.
and the other way sometimes I come through with a curve to actually try and rip the muscle off.
Yeah.
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 Obviously, I never rip the
No,
muscle off.
that's what you do. That's what you're trying to do, though.
Yeah.
Rip
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to
Yeah.
physically. If
Yeah.
I don't have to physically pull it back because it bounces back.
Yeah.
But if you get the hit,
Yeah.
the knockout punch on the head, right, they disappear.
Yeah.
So it's like my hand just moves,
That's what you.
okay, and it just moves, but it bounces back. Like I use my weak hand on the left. If you hold that,
Yeah.
right, it just because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get. Yeah, you hit with the left. So if you put your left forward, I'm trying to just get, and I do it with
Yeah.
just relax. Right? I'm trying to just get like right, it's there. Just just trying to.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah.
And so, and then to get that, because I'm keeping
Yeah.
my left leg forward, cutting. Can you see how I'm trying to cut?
Feel that as well.
Yeah.
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 So I've gone.
Yeah.
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 So I'm just trying to cut. So I'm trying
Yeah.
to change
That's-
my direction. So I'm not trying to. What I was trying to do is not power through.
Yeah.
Right. What I mean, this is what I really do.
That's-
Is trying to get like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And sort of,
And then move and come back
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
other one.
and just trying to cut.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Okay. But when we're all showing off, I mean, I used to do it years ago, stand like that and go, like a side kick with
Yeah.
a big pad, and you used to go,
Yeah.
That's it.
but it
Because I
worked.
found with Martin's strikes, he's always had that exactly what you're on about.
Yeah.
And I didn't, because I didn't train a lot on heavy bags. And but because he was punching, he can hit a lot harder.
That was
stuff
good
Yeah.
punching,
Yeah.
Martin, that was.
Then I, can I can hit with the open
Yeah.
hand because of the feedback off the bag.
Mm.
But and that's why I've started using, and I made that head a lot harder
Yeah.
because that gives that extra. When I hit that,
Yeah.
it's gone. Once you hit it, it's gone, and then you can come back with the other one. It's got that weight and that solidness, so I'm not
Isn't
coming
there
right,
only
just
the,
hitting, coming off, and then
yeah? Isn't the danger though with that big bag on the floor and the weight of it that your strikes aren't going to bounce out of it? They're going to bounce you off it completely.
Well, I think what you've got
Yeah.
to do
That's
is,
what builds your strength, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Making sure you don't go back.
it
Yeah.
does.
Goes into
though.
I mean, when you've got something
Yeah.
really heavy, one of the advantages of
Yeah.
really heavy bag is
Yeah.
as you hit, and I think I sort of developed it, as I hit,
Yeah.
I was able to flow my energy through
Yeah.
it, because if I'd done it wrong, it'd push you away. You get a
exactly,
beginner.
Yeah.
It either hurts you if you've got the wrong form.
Yeah.
It hurts a part of
Yeah.
your body,
Yeah.
and if you don't put your weight in properly, you just bounce straight.
That's
back.
right, because
Yeah.
when I started boxing as a
It's-
kid, you go to the bag and you used to go bang, and you used to push yourself off the
That's
bag.
right. Yeah, I had that. I did with the
Yeah.
karate and that. Yeah.
You used to
We've
push
got- yeah.
yourself
Yeah.
off the bag.
Yeah.
So it would take you 3 to 6 months of hitting the bag to start getting it in.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Now, when I was hitting that just now,
Mm.
I don't know if you noticed, I was actually hitting just 2 knuckles,
That's it. Yeah.
which is quite weird. I'm not saying it's the best way, but for me,
Yeah.
it's just the 2 knuckles. And what I was able to do is I put everything in so when that went in, all that stress was just on the 2 knuckles.
That's it. Yeah.
And I don't know if that pad was there. I don't know if you felt it push
Yeah,
like
I did. Yeah.
like a point coming in.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you have
feel
to-
it coming in and
Yeah, you could feel as you because
Ripping through, yeah.
and it's coming through like, but that is concentrated on just the two
Yeah.
knuckles.
Yeah.
And I know you do it with the bottom three.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying not. That's just what I've always done. You know what I mean? But that's why I keep hurting my hand on my heavy bag. I think.
Yeah, because I think
So
they
I need
do
to
this
angle
sort of
my hand a bit
chain
differently.
punching, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think obviously that's the way that they do it. But I
Thousands of hours of that.
could never get. For me, the karate two knuckles is the way forward. But
Yeah.
obviously a lot of people disagree with me. But when I flow my energy through, because as that's come through, I mean, I use a kung fu term, they're flowing me energy, but it is actually like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was hitting with my weak hand, but I tell you what actually happened. As it was coming through, felt it cut. The stress on that part of my wrist is phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
On that, and that was to do with mechanics really. It's a bit like if I had, well, if you're talking about what we call Euler's theorem about columns.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. If you have fixed columns, and you put them under load right before they compress, okay, they actually snap.
That's right.
Okay, because they actually break. Okay, that's Euler's theorem about beams breaking under load. So if I'm hitting like that, if you look at that, I would say, because of the stress of the two knuckles, it's at that point of the wrist that you're looking that if it was like if I could get more out of me, it would actually break across there.
Yeah. It's interesting. How do you? Because you used to get pains and stuff, and you said you
Yeah,
hit the back.
There, exactly in the
There,
bones.
yeah.
It's just
If I
there,
really
it's-
sink
yeah.
it in and step into it, I'd get the shock straight.
And
back
that's one of the problems, and this is why you've got to hit heavy things and do that, because one of the problems is you've got to, because if you notice by the way that I'm using my body weight like yesterday, you're actually putting so much more stress on your body.
Yeah.
And you don't want to actually break your own wrist, so you've got to find it. But the thing is when you hit somebody for real, like a head, it's for a split second. So what you've got to try and do is just try and get that in and try and get that.
The more I'm doing the heavy bag,
Yeah.
the more I'm getting that. Especially now, put the heavier head on it.
You want to get it inside, don't you? So it's sort of cutting.
Yeah.
So people feel like their back's coming out.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is, as a trainer, and sort of, I always thought if you could get all your energy, and you could get it all out of your body in one go, and you could actually put it in that person. And this is a point, isn't it? It's a bit like if I could just, how much time does my part of my limb have to remain in contact with them to get my energy out? Is it 1
Microseconds.
second? Yeah, I mean we are talking in microseconds,
Yeah, that's
but
it, yeah.
figuratively speaking, is it 1 second or 5 seconds?
Just the shortest possible time. Yeah.
But the thing is, it can be too short,
Yeah.
and you're doing nothing, isn't
That's
it?
right, yeah.
Because there's no way if I made no contact, there's no way I'd
No.
give him anything.
That's right.
So we agreed that it's got to be a contact.
Yeah.
And the bit is how long? Well, I can't say in terms of
well,
time.
It depends on the velocity, doesn't it, of the
You feel,
strike itself.
You know when
and
you've hit it, you kind of know that
You know,
Yeah.
so
that's
when
gone. So
Yeah.
it's like
so when you hit somebody for real in a self-fight situation, you just know, and that's where it comes from. So you've got to hit different things and play with other people. So what you've got to try and do is try and get your energy into them and try and so you want that person when you hit something, that person to say, "Cool, I felt that go through me," or "I felt cool, I felt that," so I could feel that come through. But you can't get that wrong. You can't give them too thin a thing, and suddenly you break 3 ribs on them.
Yeah.
But so obviously it's got to be a thickness.
Yeah.
But it might be that you might get something like this and reduce this thickness, and then not hit it hard. Just say, "Mike, how's that feel?"
Yeah.
And then he can say, "Oh yeah, I felt that go through." No, that was surface.
That's interesting.
Wasn't it more relaxed?
Yeah.
You're saying is that
Yeah.
heavier? Trying to
I
get that
find it
heaviness
more
from the weight.
with the slap. The more I train the slap, the more I could do it
Yeah.
with less power, and still just kind of go.
Yeah. The interesting